Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about catalyst test using the virtual lab. So before we start the practical, here's a little description of the test. So before we start anything, it is a preliminary biochemical test. That means soon after you do gram staining and you see gram positive cocci, for example, this is just an example. You see gram positive cocci, you don't know what genus it is. So the most common genus that are expected are Staphylococci or Streptococci. So this is test which differentiates Staphylococci genus from Streptococci. If it is positive, the organism belongs to the genus Staphylococci, and if it is negative, the organism may belong to the genus Streptococci. So catalase test, catalase actually is an enzyme which is produced by some bacteria. So those bacteria which produces catalase enzyme, what they will do, they'll break down the catalase reagent. This is the catalase reagent, which is nothing but 3% hydrogen peroxide. So if catalase enzyme is produced by the bacteria, it will break down the hydrogen peroxide into water molecule and nascent oxygen. Now this nascent oxygen is unstable form of oxygen. So immediately after it is formed, it will leave, and it will leave in the form of bubbles. So you see immediate bubble formation, and that is the positive interpretation of the test. So I'll repeat again. If an organism possesses the enzyme catalase or has the ability to produce the enzyme catalase, it will react with the hydrogen peroxide and break the hydrogen peroxide into water and nascent oxygen, which will be seen in the form of bubble formation. So if you see bubble formation, immediately it is catalase positive, and if there is no bubble formation, it is catalase negative test. So what are the requirements that you need? So the main component that you need is 3% hydrogen peroxide, which is the catalyst reagent. You will also need a wooden stick or wooden applicator stick, and you'll need a clean glass slide, and you'll need a discard jar for the sharps or for the slide, and you'll need a dustbin for the microbiological biomedical waste that is going to be generated. So here you can see in the interpretation. Positive test is immediate strong bubbling and negative is no bubbling. So please come back to the positive. It is written immediate strong bubbling. That means the bubble formation should be immediately. As soon as you touch the colony of bacteria with hydrogen peroxide, there has to be bubble formation in order to call it positive. If you see the bubble formation later, it is not positive. So that we have to keep in mind. Now coming to the steps. So these are the steps. You have to take a drop of hydrogen peroxide or H2O2 on the slide. You have to pick isolated colony of the bacteria using a wooden stick, and then mix the bacteria into H2O2 and look for bubble formation. Fourth step is dispose the wooden stick, and then dispose your slide once you have recorded the result of the test. Now we'll do it practically. So this is the setup. You can see this red box over here. This red box is nothing but it is a discard jar for the slides. You have glass slides over here. So these slides, after we use, we are going to be disposing of into this sharp container or the dispose jar. And we have this dustbin with the yellow color bag on it, which is for the microbiological waste that is going to be generated. Here we have the hydrogen peroxide or catalase reagent. We have test organisms. We have taken Staphylococcus aureus and Streptococcus pyogenes, and some plastic applicator stick. You can use wooden applicator stick also. So let's start the test. So first we have to take the oxidase reagent or H2O2 on the glass slide. So I'm going to click here, and yeah. So I have taken one drop of the H2O2 on the glass slide. Now I'm going to take a applicator stick, and I'm going to, okay, let's just start with Streptococcus pyogenes. So I'm going to open the uh, plate of Streptococcus pyogenes, and I'm going to pick up the isolated colony. So I picked up isolated colony. Now it's very important that you pick up an isolated colony, because from the confluent growth or mixed growth, if you take, you can pick up some other organisms also. So here I have the slide. I have the oxidase reagent on, sorry, catalyst reagent, which is H2O2 on the slide, and I have a wooden stick on which I have the culture. Now I'm going to touch it with the reagent. Okay, and I'm going to slowly rub it. Yeah. So did you see formation of any bubbles? I didn't see any bubble formation. So is Streptococcus pyogenes catalase positive or negative? We had picked up Streptococcus pyogen on the wooden stick, and after performing the test, I did not see any bubble. So I'm going to call it negative. So catalase negative. This is the stick I used. I'm going to discard it. Okay. Now we have the second slide. Let's take the reagent on the second slide. Okay. Now I'm going to take a wooden stick. I'm going to take Staphylococcus aureus. Okay. So before I pick up a colony, I'm going to tell you that never take the colonies from this part where the colonies are touching each other. Always, this is the area where you have isolated colonies. Pick up the colony from here only. So I'm going to take this isolated colony, and going to mix it with the reagent, and you see bubble emerging from the slide. Yeah, it's quite clear. So is Staphylococcus aureus catalase positive or negative? There is bubbles, so it is catalase positive. This stick goes in the bin. Okay. Okay, now it's coming. Remember to dispose of the glass slide in the shop's biohazard container. Well, we will do that. Okay, so Streptococcus pyogenes did not show any bubble formation, so it is catalase negative. Staphylococcus aureus did show bubble formation, which you can see now also. If you look at this slide, which we used for Staphylococcus aureus, you see bubbles coming out of it now. So this is positive and this is negative. And now, since we have interpreted our test and we got the results, I'm going to discard these slides. So I'm going to pick up and put it in the discard jar. This one also, sorry, this one also goes in the, okay. So that was your catalase test, and now there are some points which you need to know, where if you're not careful with those things, you can make mistake in catalase test. So very important is the bubble that you see in order to call a test positive must come immediately. As soon as you mix the culture with the reagent, there should be bubble formation. If immediately you don't see any bubbles, and then after 10 seconds or something you see bubble, that is not positive. That is one thing to remember. Second very important thing is, when you are doing catalase test, try to pick up the colonies from nutrient agar plate. If you have colonies growing on blood agar, never do a catalase test, because blood also has some amount of peroxidase property, and if by mistake along with the bacterial colony you picked up the media also, you can get a false positive result. Another thing that you should remember, I was emphasizing on it throughout the lecture, that always go for plastic applicator sticks or wooden sticks. Do not use your inoculation loop, because if a little bit of iron is present on your inoculation loop, again iron has peroxidase property, it can give you false positive result. So these are the things that you should keep in mind while doing catalase test, and you must always run controls, no positive control and negative control, before you interpret the test results. That is very important. Just running the test organism is not the right way of doing it. You must use a positive control, a negative control, and when only when the result of the controls are satisfactory, you can interpret the result of your test organism. So um, that was about catalase test for today, and you can ask your questions in the comment box, and hope you learned it, and we will be back with another practical video. So till then, please read about catalase test and come back with your questions. Thank you so much.